There is a way, but it's a very slim chance, a way to argue with the appraiser. In order to do so, you're going to need time from the seller, which is going to be frustrating for the seller, and they don't have to award you that time. So really the fastest and most streamlined way forward here is to have the buyer invest in whatever it's going to take to get those conditions met. So have a contractor come out, give you some bids, and then pull the trigger on one of them doing the work. In this scenario, the house is still belonging to the seller, so you need the seller's permission to do so. The seller does have a vote, so I would suggest having more than one quote. That way, the seller, if he doesn't like the first company, you have a backup company to go with, because the seller's not really going to argue with you on how much it's going to cost to get it fixed. His argument will be, well, if I have somebody come in and do shoddy work on my house and then the buyer still doesn't perform, now I'm stuck with this shoddy work done by this company. So they still do have the power of that vote. It's a very you know it's a very small margin that you've got to travel in this case. My suggestion would be to determine whether you want to risk it or not, because the other thing that can happen is that you invest in fixing this wood issues in the house, and then for some reason the deal doesn't pan out overall. In this exact scenario, I talked with the lender. The lender sounds like he's very confident that we will be able to close as long as we get these conditions done. The buyer's agent is in contact with the listing agent, who says that the seller is still interested in moving forward. So hopefully we've got an agreeable situation going forward. Good news is that your agent negotiated credits in your offer, keeping money in your pocket. So instead of spending money on closing costs, now you're going to spend, a lesser amount, hopefully, on this wood repair. And when you get the house, the wood's going to be repaired, so you don't have to worry about getting that done. You can get straight into living in it and enjoying it, and move in.